There we go.
We're
now we are live.
Oh, huzzah!
Just like magic.
Yes. Just
magic
like
of
magic.
Podcasting. Wait, no, if we were doing podcast magic, we'd all turn into a bunch of fat, hairy guys nobody wants to listen to.
So there's that.
Just calls them like I sees them.
No comment.
White guys.
Amanda, I am worried about getting kicked off of the stream if I tried to go and get the link, because I'm apparently in here as myself, and to get the link I have to go in as Damsels, and I think that's going to kick me out of the chat.
I've got it, and also once we're live, if you go to our channel, it'll pop up with like live streaming, and then you can click on that. Just FYI. But I've got it.
Yeah. Oh, it's confused about something entirely different. Okay.
Who's confused about what?
It was saying if you leave this page, some shit's going to happen, but it was saying you'll lose your changes, not we're going to kick your ass out.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's just dumb.
Guys,
Yeah.
do you know what next week is?
December?
The Disaster Artist comes out?
Okay, we'll talk about it once the podcast is officially started.
6 months without Jeff? No, there's no possible.
It's not even close to that.
I know, but a girl can hope, right?
You know we're live, right?
I forgot that.
Oh, I know what next week is. I say as I am updating the notes.
Yeah, you do, but we're not going to talk about it yet.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, is it what I think it is?
Probably.
It might be.
Should we follow a discussion of what next week is with a nice?
I don't know.
Okay,
Probably.
I'm probably wrong.
I probably just don't know the reference you're making, which is like half of my life.
I think you're correct, Rissy. I think you.
Okay.
You know what? We'll things, words and stuff. I'm good at things and words and stuff. Okay. Look, Josh is here.
Josh,
Got his computer up and running.
I'm amazed.
He says, guess
me
what,
too.
bitches? Even lacking a PC and a tablet won't stop me. Xbox 360, YouTube, chatting via phone, and my phone's
Holy
stopwatch.
shit!
Fuck you, life. I'm not going down without a fight.
You deserve a medal or some shit.
I know. He has a better track record for showing up than any of us do.
Hashtag can't stop, won't stop.
Never stopping? No.
I agree, indeed. Fuck you, life. Life is the worst.
Blythe is the worst.
I said life.
Yeah.
Blythe.
Me too.
Hello, Blythe. It's a jolly holiday with Blythe.
It's a jolly holiday with Rissy.
Now I'm gonna stuff porgs in my butt.
Okay, I made a post. You guys can share it if you would like.
I had already done that,
Oh, great. Fantastic.
ma'am.
Did you like my post? Not like physically, like literally, did you enjoy it?
No.
Okay.
I was
fine.
ambivalent about it.
Fine.
I mean, you didn't think very much of the one that I made, so I feel like it's fair.
Damn, girls, you're both pretty.
Although I'm not seeing the one that, like, I posted something through Buffer, but I'm not sure that it actually...
Wait, you posted something?
Yeah, like a little while ago.
Oh, I didn't see. I didn't know that was a thing that had happened.
It shows up on Facebook. I'm not seeing it on Twitter, but it was 3 minutes ago, is what it says.
Oh, Soup's weird.
Soup is weird? Soup's not weird. Soup is wonderful.
Ah, there.
Soup is
now they're both showing up.
Super weird.
So now there's double posting.
Double posting.
Well, tell a girl. It's fine. Better 2 posts than 0.
I assume it's the job of whoever is logged in as the DOD.
I mean, I'm okay with that. We just hadn't established those rules, so I figured you got it started and then I was taking over.
Yeah.
Let's get it started.
I don't give a shit who does it so long as it gets done.
It done got did. So...
Hey, Rissy, talk for a second.
Talking. Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
Why?
Because oh, maybe it's because I'm not in charge. They're just... it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Oh, it doesn't switch.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
If you're not the person in charge.
It's just weird not being... Yeah, I'm getting a different experience, not being... Mm-hmm. And so I'm thinking something's wrong, but no, I'm just seeing it from the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies.
Yeah.
And I use that term loosely.
Because we are loose ladies.
Oh, not I, said the fly.
All right. We know where we were going with that.
No one needs to know that much about your vagina.
But they already do, though, is the thing.
Yeah,
at least
we don't have
I'm
to...
sure the people in our chat.
We don't have to keep beating a dead vagina.
Hey, yo, Leaf! No, dead, it's undead. I had it reanimated.
It has risen again.
Speaking of zombies, Blythe, today I was listening to Save Our City, and I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could sing that?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you do. From Ludo.
Oh, God. It's been, I don't know the names of any of their songs.
Okay. Yeah, that was the one we were all chanting for that I had played from you off their rock opera album. But they had gotten a new dude and he wasn't trained on it. And so they were like, because everybody in the crowd was like, Save Our City! And like they were like, oh, we can't do that. It's not core. Sorry. Yeah, they were like,
okay. Are you guys ready?
yes.
Okay. Let us go ahead and start our recordings. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me close iTunes because fuck that.
Yeah, iTunes.
Okay, here we go.
Are your cats howling in the background?
No, Sean, can you take away his food? Because he continues to open and close it, and Rissy says it sounds like my cats are howling in the background, so definitely. He has he has a feeder that recognizes his microchip and automatically opens for only him and not Finn.
Oh, nice.
Because he's very much of like, he just eats over time, and yeah, so
Finn will eat his food. Yeah,
Finn will wolf it down. So anyway, yeah, he has this microchip thing, and so you're hearing the electronic thing open and close. We live in the future, you guys.
That is pretty fancy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's also
fancy, kitty.
It's pretty fancy.
Jail.
That's fair.
You go to jail.
That's fair. I deserve it.
You do?
Okay,
I wish
all right.
that a magical cache of food would open up whenever I walk
Oh
past.
God, right?
Like,
I would microchip myself for that.
yep.
Being a cat is the shiznit. Don't have to worry about reproductive organs.
You get to
fat all
be
the time.
You get to be
sleep.
a complete bitch, and everyone acts like it's fine.
Right? Yeah.
And that
Everyone
you're
actually wants to
supposed
see
to.
videos on YouTube.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Are you guys ready to start recording?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Click record. 3, 2, 1. And everybody clap. Ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Amanda.
What?
It's not Amanda. It's both of you.
No,
Oh, really? Because I heard Blythe, you and me, and then Amanda.
I heard the same except me and somebody and then somebody else.
That's hilarious.
I heard me, delay, boom, boom from both of you.
We've got our own Rashomon going, you guys.
It's a weird animal not being in the same space as each other.
Right.
Okay. And with that. All right. Trying to get my space set up here so I can see your faces, but also see the chatses.
Faces and chats at the same time. Woman, you want too much.
I'm just so high maintenance.
You are. You and your fancy kitties and your seeing faces and chats at the same time.
My fancy microchipped cat. Designer cat. Okay.
Well, at least you acknowledge your entitlement.
Well, my cat's entitlement, not mine.
Well, yes.
It's practically cosmetic surgery. Okay. Are you guys ready to go ahead and start this?
Yes.
Then I am going to do so. Here we go. Hello, and welcome to episode 68 of the Dork Pridecast. My name is Blythe.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Rissy. We make up a comedy group called the Damsels of Dorkington, and this is our podcast, which is also funny, depending on how much you like poop jokes and dick jokes, or if you're drunk. I haven't been drunk in at least 2 hours.
In at least 2 hours? That's so long for you, Rissy.
I know, right? Well, we have this thing called Wine Wednesdays here at work, which is ostensibly a wine tasting. It was my turn to bring the wine.
You brought like $2 duck and we're like, taste it, bitches.
Taste it. Yes, that's exactly what. No, I found a rosé that I like. I generally hate rosés. I've always wondered, am I racially mixed? Like, because I just hate rosés so much. And that's not what white girls do. White girls guzzle that shit down. But this one is actually fairly dry. So yeah, it was fucking delicious, and everyone was like, more of this delicious rosé. I don't know why I'm like shoving food into my mouth to mime that as opposed to oh, that's dicks. Shit. More of this delicious rosé, jolly friends.
Yeah, but that's buttholes.
That's fish. That's that's what do you do with buttholes, Blythe? You have perhaps revealed more about yourself than I would have suspected.
You gotta kiss them.
That's like does Sean put fish food in his butthole and then you come in and like
it's really this sensation that he's looking for, and however he can get there, that's how he backwards engineered it.
All right, so today you'll be the Kwisatz Haderach and I'll be the guild navigator.
Glub glub. Oh my goodness.
At least we're into butts right out of the gate.
Listen, people know what they're getting involved in, and if they're not into it, they know that right off the bat. And I think that's good. I think there's something to be said for that.
That's true. I don't want people sitting through like 15 solid minutes of our show and then getting up and walking out and complaining to management after we prepped them for how filthy our show would be. And then suddenly when we have scissoring orphans, that's a problem.
I mean,
we never specified how old they were.
That's true.
Like they were adult orphans. You can have adult orphans.
That's true. Yeah.
Like almost everyone becomes an orphan eventually.
It's true.
They're lucky. And actually, the back in Dickens' day, moving on, back in the day of Charles Dickens, they had these things called Magdalene laundries, which is where sinful young women went who got themselves in trouble, if you catch my drift, or were suspected of doing so. And so you literally could have something like an orphanage with, adult women in it who were suspected of being very naughty in their sex parts. So
they were just fat. I think it's probably
yeah. They just needed to take a really big shit.
It was like a 9-month fat camp, and at the end of it, you go home and you're skinny again. So
right,
it's like
and
magic.
You have a burrito, but you set the burrito off to live with relatives by the sea, so it can have a better life.
Is that code for eating it?
Maybe.
I was just curious. I mean, we're talking about burritos, so.
Oh god, burritos are so great. Well, have you seen those cartoons online where it's like somebody looks at somebody else and it's like, you've got that glow. I know why. You've got a food baby, don't you? I sure do. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
I ate a big burrito.
Amanda has been dealing with the flu.
Gross.
Yep.
So she looks fucking amazing for
I was gonna say
technically being sick.
Being like nearly dead.
You look amazingly human.
That's why the lights are dim in here.
I don't know. Like, even with dimmed lights, you still look way too good to be like that sick.
I'm just a little disappointed that there's no cough button, because if I mute my microphone, then it stops my recording. So I apologize in advance for any throat clearing or coughing that I may do. I'm going to try to keep it quiet, but I can't guarantee anything. Now that I've talked about it, I really need to cough.
We'll cover it with laughter.
Yes. Good.
It's just like, in Dickensian times, we can pretend that you've got consumption. And so when you cough, you'll be like, oh!
Yep. We can do that. Or whatever.
So, Amanda, I'm glad you're not dead.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you don't actually appear to be dying.
Yeah.
But please, don't go back to your families. Ever again.
No. Clearly that was some rough shit. They
it was a bad choice.
Full of viruses and...
I did. And sent me on my way.
Do you know if anyone else in your family is sick?
I don't know.
She's like, I don't talk to them unless I have to.
I just saw them at Thanksgiving. I probably won't talk to any of them for months. No, it really sucks though, because I have like a shitload of stuff to do at work. So Monday I just didn't go in because I couldn't. Yesterday I went in at like 4 because at that point most people in the lab are gone.
They're gone, yeah.
So
especially on your side where everyone comes in at like fucking 3:30 in the goddamn morning.
Yeah, not that early, but they do leave. They do tend to head out by 4 or 5. So, but today I had too much. I had to go in at I had to be there by noon, and that was pushing it to get everything done. And I just feel very tired.
Well,
because I just want to sleep.
Josh says that we're going to need to watch you like a hawk when Zombiegeddon comes because you clearly hide your illness too well. Agreed. I love you, Amanda, but I think you might be the one who gets bitten and successfully conceals it for way too long, and then you just freak out and start eating us.
Amanda's not an asshole, though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's just like, it wouldn't be her fault.
Sure,
yes,
but
just what the zombie virus does to you.
No, if you get bitten, like at the very, like when it first happens, if you don't say, oh shit, guys, especially if it's like nobody doesn't catch the zombie-itis. Like if you get bitten, you're a zombie. So if you don't tell somebody,
it makes you an asshole.
It makes you an asshole.
Didn't necessarily know though. What if you've been like grappling with the zombie or something like that, and it, you know, what if it drooled some saliva or infected blood or something on you? She might. I'm just saying, she might not know that she'd been zombie-ed, and we wouldn't know until it was too late. Because we'd be like, Amanda sure does look fit and healthy.
Well, if that happens, I apologize in advance.
She still wouldn't be feeling well and would have to be actively hiding it. So she'd still be some level of an asshole for not being like, I don't feel so good, y'all.
Yeah.
But without any outward signs of zombification, I mean, odds are, if we're trekking through the zombie-geddon, it's not like we're eating particularly well. We probably haven't had much sleep. There's lots of reasons why somebody could be feeling bad in that kind of situation. Like it might be, oh shit, you know, we just need you to get you some real food. Here, let's leave you alone with one other member of the party, and then go on food, and then we come back and that someone's dead and Amanda's gone.
Also, I almost never eat healthy or get sleep, so that just seems like a normal time. If that's the case, you definitely wouldn't be able to tell, because just be like, oh, you look like you do all the time. Tired and like maybe you should eat more fruits and vegetables. Nah. I'm gonna stick to cookies.
Cookies.
That sounds about like you. Have you been able to obviously not do anything, but like consume any media while you've been anything good you're watching, or what have you been doing while you're stuck in bed?
Right. I started watching. What?
Your thesis?
Oh, I wrote a couple sentences. I made an effort.
Have you been writing fan fiction instead of your thesis?
No, I haven't been writing anything. I would rather do that, and I haven't had time for that either. Like Monday, I was sitting on the couch, and I started watching Godless.
Oh yeah, that show that's supposed to be about a town full of women, but actually only 20% of the dialogue is between women, and the rest of it is men talking about the women. Hashtag feminism.
Yes, actually, that is exactly what happens. There was also this kind of rapey scene that it was unnecessary, and it was, I don't know. But it was like there's too much going on that I had to pay attention to, so I couldn't watch that one too much because I kept kind of zoning in and out and was like, oh, no, I have no idea what happened. So I ended up watching a cooking show where they make desserts.
No judgment.
Bake Off?
I have had, whenever I have like a sleepless night, if I'm tossing and turning and just kind of in and out of sleep, I will get up so that Sean can sleep without my ass waking him up all the time, come out to the couch and just put on the British baking show. That's exactly what I do.
The Great British Beat Off.
Yes, the Great British Beat Off. Sorry.
This was an Australian show.
Ooh, even better.
Some guy who's apparently a big dessert person. Zumbo or something.
I've seen it advertised on Netflix. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't clicked any.
It's some, and it's one of those, like, it's silly, but they make lots of really yummy looking desserts, and I just want to look at them. And I don't really have to be paying attention to what's going on. It's not like, oh no, I have to rewind. What did I miss? Somebody forgot to put their meringue in the freezer. That's a spoiler that happened. Or the fridge or whatever. They left it out on accident.
Oh no.
Well, that's, I mean, the way they edit those shows, that's like tantamount to, you know, we left the secret battle plans out and the enemy army found them and they're going to annihilate us.
Well, to be fair, the way they edit those shows, that might have been in the script.
True.
So,
True.
There's
Or
that.
or they were out for like an extra 2 seconds,
Yeah.
and they just cut it so that it looked like. I mean, because really, I seriously doubt that in every baking show ever, it's always like to the last second.
Oh, sure.
Because the way it's just like, there's 1 minute left, and it's like, there's no way you can go from there to where you end up in a minute.
For
Like,
sure. Yeah, they always. Oh, editing.
yes.
Well, don't forget, if you call home during a reality show of any kind, you're going home. Like, that's the loser's edit right there. When, like, I just thought I would call in and check on my grandma who's recovering from radiation for her cancer and also saving an orphanage from burning down. I figured I should talk to her. Yeah, not like I'm going home or anything. It's never like, I just wanted to call home and say hi. It's always, you know, some kind of ludicrously fucking momentous thing. And they're always like, hey, person we love, you're going to do so great in the competition. Don't lose or grandma will die. Lose.
Yeah. There were 2 girls on the show that were very negative about themselves, just like, oh, I can't, I'm so stressed. And then like one of them did it, like one of them kind of freaked out and got a lot of attention, and then it seemed like the other one was like, oh, hey, if I do that too, then they'll focus more time on me, so I'm going to talk about how terrible I am. And it was really unattractive.
Did everybody ignore her?
That was awesome. No, not, I mean, it was just, I don't know. It got old.
Hey, they're not there to make friends, Amanda.
This show was actually, everyone was pretty friendly. There was like the one guy that kind of was doing the whole, I'm an asshole, just here for myself routine. But everyone was still like, but he would still joke around and people would with him, and like.
To be fair, it's Australia. They don't hate anyone. Except gay people.
No, that's changed, right?
No, you say that. I mean, the majority voted for gay rights, but it's resulted in some delightful backlash. And by delightful, I mean horrendous.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that shit blowing up all over my goddamn Twitter feed. Malcolm Turnbull and, oh, this is the end of Western civilization. I'm like, motherfucker, the end of the Western civilization was the Emoji Movie, not gay rights.
Oh, Sir Patty Stew, why have you forsaken us? That's the poop emoji.
Right? Yeah, I'm like, seriously, dude, gay people are a huge part of Western civilization. Like that whole Greece thing, right?
Yeah, well, and with the prince about to wife up a non-white girl.
Oh God, yeah,
that's been delightful to watch as well.
Don't read the comments.
Do not read the comments.
It's like watching somebody go into a haunted house. Don't go in there, dog. They playing the crazy spider music. Yeah, that's not been great.
Yeah.
That's another, oh, I can't believe we're letting the whiteness of England fall away. Bitch, please. Like, first of all, the British Isles have been conquered by anybody with enough of an army dick to sort of wander by and smack them with it. They've been overrun so many goddamn times. It's not like they have any kind of claim to genetic purity, especially since one of those armies was a Roman army. And by that point, Rome had conquered pretty much a huge chunk of the whole fucking world, and probably pretty sure there were some black people in that Roman army who they generally encouraged them to intermarry with the locals. So, racists.
Rissy, you're just giving me all the GIF fodder today.
Wow, excellent. So yeah, I hate that shit. There's actually, there's some really good resources for anybody who's curious about like people of color in Western Europe, and just how much more common they were than you would think. First of all, there's a couple black Roman emperors, like it's like POC. Oh fuck. there's a particular Tumblr account, like POC in Western history and that kind of thing, and it's just so cool to learn all this stuff. Alexandre Dumas, Black. Like, his dad was super Black and like a very distinguished general. I think, my God, is he like the supreme fucking commander of the army or some shit? Like, yeah, it's the idea that there's never been any Black people in Europe is, you know, until recently, is complete and utter hog shit. So yeah, there we go. There's my fucking rant about that. Not historically accurate, idiots. Your Western civilization began in ancient Sumer, which is in Iraq. Suck on it.
You
Suck
tell him,
it.
Rissy.
I will tell them.
I love that you pause every once in a while so Amanda and I can get in on that, and we're both like, it's all you, babe. Rissy, did you do anything interesting or especially nerdy since Sunday? We've had a
right?
Pridecast, so.
Actually, because of Cyber Monday, I picked up a nerdy new book.
Oh, good. We get to hear about fairies again.
Oh, fuck all that noise.
We don't want a synopsis. Just tell us the name and let's move on from there. No more long, drawn-out synopses of books that Rissy is reading.
So
fairies or no
the
fairies.
book is, so it's called The City Stained Red by a guy named Sam Sykes, who I actually found out about him because his Twitter account is hilarious, not because he was an author I was interested in. He likes to make fun of miladiers.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely, yeah. So I was like, ooh, your Twitter is interesting. I'm like, oh, you're also an author. So it's basically like a D&D novel that doesn't suck. It's not actual tie-in fiction, but it's a fantasy novel, and basically focuses on a party of adventurers. And it's very D&D-ish, but not shitty.
It's very D&D-ish, but not shitty. We should contact him. I think he's gonna want to put that on his website.
Okay, very D&D-ish, but not shitty. Well,
probably on the back cover of the book, like
in the hardback version where there's like the really awesome dust jacket embossed with beautiful gold leaf text. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't want that. I've read so many novels where you could tell somebody was like trying to write it all D&D style or actual D&D tie-in fiction. It's just
just trying to write
terrible
in general. Like,
yeah.
And
Ed Greenwood, I'm looking at you and wishing you were dead. Could be your flesh picked clean by ravens.
I also purchased something with holiday sales.
Go on.
One of my an artist that I really like a lot. I've had my eye on a couple of his pieces for a little while. Had like a 40% off sale, and I'm very excited about it. Actually, I bet they're here. I need to go see if they've been delivered to the office. But I got two prints, and one of them is just the outer senshi of from Sailor Moon, which is really hard to find any Sailor Moon art or merchandise or anything with just the outer senshi, and they're by far my favorites. Sometimes
they're the coolest. I don't know why they don't get as much attention.
They're just not as well known. They didn't come into the show for several seasons. So if people started watching it and maybe fell off, especially back in the day when it was harder to get those episodes, they just don't know as much about them. So they don't realize how awesome they are. But yeah, it's a really cool piece with their like silhouettes and just pretty backgrounds. And the other piece is a really cool cartoon version of, well, it's multiple versions of Wonder Woman. But it's like the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. And I was trying to find his Instagram name. I think it's Robbie Cook. And I think if you just search Robbie Cook art, he will pop up, but he's really great. I just found him by accident on Instagram, and I've been waiting because I'm trying not to spend money right now. So I've just been waiting for a sale of some kind, and it popped up, and I was like, yes, finally. So I also got a nice little nerdy gift for myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I bought on
What did you
Monday?
buy?
A humidifier.
Yeah.
That's good for the sinus.
Because I was feeling very dry and was like, I really should have one of those. Because I had one, but it didn't survive the move somehow. I don't know where it went.
I feel like I've thrown out several humidifiers, and it's like, this is taking up too much space. Or I move, and then I get to winter, and I'm like, fuck, why? And have to buy another one.
Oh, yeah, I really need those because I have really dry skin, and also it gets dry, and I don't like it.
Like, oh, my nose is bleeding. Maybe I shouldn't have sold that humidifier.
Right, when I wake up in the middle of the night, and I can't breathe because I'm completely desiccated. Yeah, so it got here today, and I got it plugged in right before. So I'm really excited to maybe sleep through the night tonight.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? It would. It'd be great. I'm hopeful, but optimistic.
So what about this waking up completely desiccated? Do you think you're actually trying to molt? And that like a shiny Amanda is underneath?
I don't think so. I haven't noticed any like scales or feathers or large flakes of skin anywhere.
Well, I was thinking more like a bug, like a cicada. Like you might have like a completely desiccated Amanda shell that's ready to come off anytime now.
I don't know. I try to exfoliate that shit as much as possible. So
I'm just saying that if you shed your outer skin, save it. I like to collect those, like the cicada moltings.
Are you gonna eat it? Because that's gross.
Can neither confirm nor deny that.
What if I mix a little in with the apple pie that I'm going to make when you guys are here?
I'm all about it.
Okay?
I'll eat your cicada shell.
Okay.
Baby.
Okay.
This just got real weird.
Cinnamon and sugar.
I mean, I'm not going to kink shame you guys, but...
That's right. Don't kink shame me.
It's still real weird.
And gross.
And gross. That is true.
There's actually a really fucking awesome part in the book, The City Stained Red, where you, the reader, know what's happening. That basically this random dude is about to have something like a chest burster come out of him. Like, you know what's coming, but the protagonists have no idea what's coming. And then this guy's like, oh, something in my gut. It really hurts. You're like, oh, shit, run, y'all. And then the main character's like, oh, do you need help? And I'm like, no, run away. And then the guy's like, vomits a bunch. And then, like, a hand comes out of his mouth. And then another hand like this, and then they like force his jaw open, and then this demon slithers out. I was like, yeah, that's pretty great.
Spoilers, Rissy.
And then you fapped?
And then I fapped.
Yeah, okay. I figured.
Guys, I had something really exciting happen this week.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
Well, on What?
Good. Nothing. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to know what your theory was.
No.
Nope. Don't say it. It's a sex thing. You're thinking about sex things, isn't it?
Usually.
I think same Blythe for something.
Finally had an orgasm.
Oh, that's good.
That's how nice for you.
I got a new new to me phone.
Ah, shit.
Which, if you've been paying attention during this podcast, you will know I was using a piece of shit iPhone 5, which actually wasn't that bad. The problem was it was a 16 gig.
And what things could it not do?
All
of the things.
Literally all of them.
Yeah.
It was getting so rough. I had to delete anything that was not super important so that I could put the apps I needed for work on my phone.
Oh, damn.
And so then I was just like, wow, now you're just a work phone, basically, because I can't use you for any other function. So that was delightful. But my dad upgraded, and he took pity on me and sent me his iPhone 6S with 128 gigs, like a normal person. And so this week, well, I say this week, the last 2 days, I have been playing nonstop Pocket Camp and Pokemon Go.
Pocket Camp, that sounds
Fappy.
dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's Animal Crossing.
Yeah, but that's not what it sounds like.
Well,
No, it really.
I didn't name it.
I'm just saying, when you say I'm playing Pocket Camp, that it sounds like I'm setting up a tent in my pocket. Like, sit out.
I don't have a dick,
That's
Rissy.
where the dick pokes in.
Yeah, exactly. You know this.
I'm just saying, like, if I were a prepubescent boy, which is why my voice was so high, that's what I would say about Pocket Camp.
Well, it's camping on your phone, which you keep in your pocket.
Why? What's fun about going camping in your phone?
Because there's
The bears aren't real?
It's because they're
Okay.
yeah. No, the bears in this game. The bears are your friends.
Aw.
I don't think this is an
That's
accurate
adorable.
representation of camping.
Yeah, no shit.
So what do you collect them?
You
Do they
can't
bring
do
you
it in a
tribute?
pocket.
Well, you can do it in a pocket. It just wouldn't be very fun.
Yeah. Cramp.
You in the
Hot
game,
pocket.
you run your own like campsite, and then you befriend all of the animals at other campsites, and then you make friends with them, and you do things for them, and you bring things for them, and you go fishing. And we all know how much I love fishing in my games.
Oh, you do love fishing in your games.
Yeah, and there's ocean fishing and river fishing, so it's like double fishing.
Double fishing good.
Oh, there's no sharks so far, and that makes me sad because that was my favorite part in A New Leaf was fishing for sharks specifically. Anyway,
Don't fish for sharks. Some of them are threatened.
Bish, these sharks are mean, and I can sell them for bells. So it's
Also,
fine.
none of this is real, so it's okay.
Well, not
I think
important.
that's just setting a very bad example for impressionable children.
She's
think
not
it's okay
letting
to fish
any
for sharks.
small children look over her shoulder when she plays, so it's okay.
Oh, well, then that's fine.
I mean, the restraining order says I can't have any children within like 500 feet of me.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
The restraining order
That's fine.
against all children.
I mean, the government took it out on behalf of all children everywhere. Oh man, so I'm loving playing that, and Pokemon Go, which I know I'm fucking late to that party, but
So how are all your Pidgeys and Rat-Tat?
they're so good. I've evolved a few, and I picked a team, and
What team are
Fine.
you on?
I don't remember. It's not important. It's not Team Valor because that's stupid. And
I don't
then
remember which
is that
one
red?
that is. What
that's
color?
red.
It's the red one.
Yeah,
Okay.
red.
There's Valor, Mystic, and Instinct. Amanda, you were a team Mystic, weren't you?
I think I was blue, whichever one blue is.
That's Mystic. How do I know this? I've never played Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I think
I-
I'm also blue team Mystic because
Oh.
I thought Instinct was dumb.
Yeah, that's generally the stereotype of their representative.
And the Mystics were the cool, giant, fat, old guys in the Dark Crystal.
There you go.
The opposite of the Skeksis.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Yes. Those guys.
Mhm.
I don't like that.
Mm.
Nope.
I can't get up that high with the... that hurt.
Yeah, don't
Smelly
hurt yourself.
I know.
Let
Maybe
Rissy
you are
hurt
dancing.
herself.
I will.
Yes. Well, it doesn't actually hurt me because I haven't been sick.
So yes, if you are also playing Pocket Camp,
Right
I-
now, you could be playing Pocket Camp while you watch us.
if you are also playing with your Pocket Camp, Don't tell us about it. Just do it privately. We're okay with it. We just don't want to hear about it. I keep reiterating this like it's actually happened.
Right.
It hasn't. Please don't be the first.
No, right.
We have a folder for that. A folder full of the weirdest, creepiest messages we get.
One of them was from me.
Yeah, you don't want to be the
That's
star of that folder.
Well, what was hilarious was that Blythe was really freaked out by it. She was like, "Your friend Amanda is she for real?" And I'm like, "What's happened?" I
don't remember.
And then I read the email. I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is intended as a joke. This is because I had told Amanda about one of our creepy messages. Actually, there were 2 of these creepy messages from the same dude, and they were basically the same email.
They were like a year apart, weren't they?
Yeah, an exact year apart. Yeah, and I told Amanda about it before Amanda was in the group, and so she sent an email in the style of those, except for more over the top to the group email. And Blythe saw it, and Blythe was like, "Rissy, I think your friend Amanda is into us in a weird way." And I'm like, "What?" And then I read the email. I'm like, "Oh no, this is not."
Especially when there was like no. There was no other context for me sending that. It's not like...
That's the problem is I don't think that I knew that you had any knowledge
of I'm sure you didn't.
Yeah, emails. Sure so I just get this weirdo email and I was like...
At that point, I had met you once.
That sounds right.
At Rissy's, it was Rissy's 30th.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah,
the pool
that's
party.
Like, yeah, and you guys
we
had
got
come
like
up
semi-naked together in a pool.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we didn't know each other that well.
No, we got to know each other pretty well that night. Yes, I did take off my pants, and there was a hot tub. I remember that.
There was ice cream cake.
The pants came off after the hot tub because I got into the hot tub with the pants on.
Yes.
And then
someone talked us into it, I feel like, while we were in the hot tub.
Yeah.
That sounds like a thing that dudes would do.
And then we were like, okay.
Why not?
I would say if you're already intoxicated enough to get into the hot tub with your pants on, you could be easily convinced to do something.
It was a pool party. We were in our pool wear.
Oh, okay. I
was referring to them as pants.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't remember you guys wearing pants outside.
I was in real pants.
So you actually got in with real pants?
Yes. Not jeans. They were something else. I don't think they were shorts,
pants. Why were you not wearing a swimsuit? I can't. Whatever.
I don't know. It was a long time ago. I don't remember.
It was a long time ago, and we were drunk.
Yes.
Yeah. So drunk. Jesus.
So drunk. So drunk.
Oh. I got no pants. Boom, 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 boom.
Exactly.
I
have been playing Little Alchemy on my phone. It's a game that one of my nephews introduced me to. You start out with air, water, fire, and earth, and you have to mix things together, and you end up with there's I think almost 600 things you can make.
I either played that game or a game basically exactly like it.
I think there are a few.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun. It's silly. But it was one of those things I could kind of do and not really think about.
Yeah.
Just start putting stuff together. Oh, that makes this thing.
Yeah.
Sugar and confetti make sprinkles.
Sure. Why not?
Yep.
That's kind of how Pocket Camp is, where I woke up this morning and I just played for half an hour and I was like, oh, that was nice. I can get up now.
Yep.
That's how I feel about waking up in the morning with a need to play Pocket Camp.
Shut up.
Now who's the gift fodder?
No, I just didn't know how else to. Anyway, yeah, that sounds fun. Rissy, are you playing video games on your phone?
Lol. Act like you know me.
No, I just want to hear you say it. That's all.
No, I mean, if by play video games you mean reading things on my Kindle app, then yes.
Nope.
Yes, I am
Nope.
doing that. Yeah. Then no. No, I'm not playing video games.
I still play Candy Crush on occasion.
Oh God, I had to get out of that game a long time ago.
It's one of those like, yeah.
It got too frustrating for me, and I was like, this is not enjoyable anymore. Now I'm just angry.
Well, the original one I stopped playing because I'd been on the same level forever and was like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So the one that I play is one of the
spin-offs or
yeah.
rip-offs.
It's still them, but it's the soda edition or whatever.
Yep.
So, whatever. I don't care. You can judge me.
I'm not judging you. I watched some season 2 of Lady Dynamite, by the way. Have you gotten there yet, Amanda?
Oh yeah, I've watched all of that.
You've already watched it and you didn't even tell me?
Yeah. I guess I forgot. I think I watched it the weekend it came out. Like the whole thing.
Yeah. I just haven't had time.
Excuse me.
So, but yeah. Oh, so good. One of like the first scenes in season 2, she's completely naked.
Yes.
And things are blurred out, you know, top and bottom. And she starts like jumping around and being like, I'm body positivity. and then because she's
like
jumping
the blurring
around,
can't keep up with her.
The blur can't keep up. So then you just straight up see like bush and tits.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, yes, Maria Bamford. Yes, I love you. So I was just already like dying laughing at that scene. And that was like literally like the first or second scene straight out the gate for season 2.
It was very funny.
Was she riffing on Girls, the series, where it was like, look at us naked, that's body positivity?
I don't know. I don't know if that was the deal, but yeah, it's good so far. I haven't finished it, so I will get there.
When you said it's good so far, my brain heard that as it's good to fart, and I was like, that's great, because I just did. And then I realized that you hadn't said that, and I'm like, oh.
That's okay. It's still okay that you farted. In another room, not the same one that we're in.
That's
true.
Fine.
Yeah, you can fart the fuck out of that place. I don't give a shit.
Oh, and now.
Does anybody else have anything that they want to talk about that they did this week?
Since Sunday?
Okay, well, that's still this week. Okay.
Nope.
We don't have to. It's fine. Well,
there's something in the show notes. Amanda, it says the Big Sick. I assume this refers to you?
No, it doesn't. And again, Rissy, just because it's in the show notes, if it's not yours, leave it alone.
Yeah.
But I want to know about things.
It's fine. So
this is why I've stopped writing things in the show notes, because Rissy likes to ruin them. So
I won't remember anything if I don't. So
or if I do write them, they're in such weird code, like that nobody would really know what they meant.
Yeah, that's fair. Rissy, why don't you do the Dork Pride chat?
Okay. The advent of the winter holiday season is upon us. And we all know what that means. Fucking Christmas music is everywhere. And for those of you who haven't heard a rant of mine about Christmas music, I fucking hate it. For the most part, there's like 5 Christmas songs I actually enjoy, and almost none of them are standard Christmas tunes. Fuck you, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Fuck you, Mannheim Steamroller. Fuck you, Christmas Shoes, especially that goddamn horrible song. Okay, let's talk about the Christmas Shoes for a second.
Oh God, do we have to?
Well, leading into the Dork Pride chat. So the Christmas Shoes, for those of you who haven't heard it, is a horrifyingly sentimental steaming coil of Christian light rock about a child who is in the store ostensibly trying to buy shoes for his mother that he refers to as Christmas shoes because she's dying of cancer, and he wants her to look beautiful in case Mama meets Jesus tonight, and he doesn't have enough money, and the narrator of the song buys him the shoes, and then asserts that God had put this little boy into his life to teach him the meaning of Christmas. That's right, God gave this kid's mom cancer so that he could learn about the spirit of Christmas. Also, what the fuck is this kid doing in a store if he doesn't know money? Like, the kid counts out the money and is like, is this enough? And I'm like, why are you wandering around by yourself? Where the fuck is your other parent?
They're probably next to his dying wife's bedside.
Yeah, but why the fuck did they let their child wander out into a shopping center if their kid is too young to understand the concept of money? Anyway, I fucking hate that song.
Also, the narrator is confirming the small child's idea that Jesus is a materialistic asshole who won't let his mom into heaven if she's not dressed nice.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but that's true, right?
Yeah, but it's not a nice thing to...
No, Jesus doesn't like it when you point that out. Yeah. He doesn't like being reminded he's shallow. Also, the kid is like, I want her to look beautiful, not I want her to feel beautiful. I'm like, kid, if your mom's dying of cancer, then it's going to take a lot more than some shoes to make her look good. Just saying. Like, you're kind of...
It's a little bit weird to equate shoes with beauty. Like...
Yeah. But
I've never tried on a pair of shoes and been like, oh yeah, I am super hot now because of these shoes.
Well, unless they were like super sexy stilettos, in which case, why is this child, like, why have they been able to make the connection between high heels and sex appeal?
But even then, if I'm like dressed in normal clothes and a hot pair of shoes, it's not hot. Now it just looks weird.
Right.
I'm just saying you need more than a pair of fucking shoes, dude, bro.
Also, even in an open casket, you don't see their feet.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but Jesus does.
Jesus sees everything.
Jesus sees your feet.
Hey, Jesus, my eyes are up here.
Jesus knows if your feet are sexy or not.
Hey, Jesus, my shoes are down here.
Hey, Jesus, feet are gross. Feet are gross.
No, Amanda! Have you ever had your toes sucked? This is Jesus.
Yes, I have, and I do not like it.
Jesus wants to suck your toes.
No.
No, Amanda. There's nobody's feet that are grosser than mine. They got holes in them. They're all bloody. I don't know why Jesus sounds like that for me, but he does.
Yeah, that song is basically the worst. However, it is edged out from the spot in #1 of all-time worst Christmas songs by the song Dear Mr. Jesus.
What?
Which was recorded in the late 80s and is a song that a literal girl sings, and it's literally in a high kind of little voice.
Did you say a little girl or a literal girl?
Both. A literal little girl. Okay. So not from the point of view of, but an actual child is singing this fucking song. And it's not exactly a Christmas song, but it only gets played around Christmas, which I think counts. And it's basically about how her mother beats her. And that's it. That's the song.
She wants Santa to, like, what, save her?
No, she just says, like, don't tell Daddy, but Mommy beats me. She's just addressing this letter to Jesus. Yeah.
Why would you not tell Daddy? Maybe Daddy can save you.
I don't fucking know. Maybe she wants Jesus to come beat her mom to death.
She'd probably deserve it from the sound of it.
Yeah. So it's the absolute worst thing ever. And you only hear it on the radio at Christmas time. And I remember that, like, the Dunkin' Donuts I used to work would be listening to the radio, and, you know, by mid-December, you can't escape the Christmas music. It's, you know, at the beginning, like right after Thanksgiving, sometimes it's like one Christmas song every 30 minutes or something along those lines. But then, like, by December 20th, let's say, it's just nothing but fucking nonstop wall-to-wall Christmas garbage. And some fucking asshole will call in and it's like, there's one song I haven't heard you play that I love to hear every Christmas. Can you play Dear Mr. Jesus? And the DJ is always like, yes, oh yeah, we'd love to play that song for you. It's really just warms the heart, this wonderful song about child abuse. So, yeah, Dear Mr. Jesus, #1 worst Christmas song ever. Yeah, you guys thought Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time by Wings was awful, which it is, but it doesn't really even come into my top 2. Anyway, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Saturnalia, there's something about it that sucks. So what holiday tradition is like nails on a chalkboard for you? Because now you can't escape it. I already went.
Yeah, Amanda, do you have anything?
I mean, I am of the exact same mind about the music, and because it's everywhere, it makes me hate everything about Christmas.
You have any particular unfavorite songs?
Jingle Bell Rock drives me crazy.
That is a horrible song.
And it's played all the time because there are a million different versions of it.
Well, that's the sign of a true Christmas song, is that there's only, like, it's the same song, but everyone does a Christmas album and puts their terrible spin on it.
Yeah, and they're all terrible. Like, I'm firmly of a mind that there's an 18-hour window in which Christmas music is allowed. 18 hours. It's from 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve until noon on Christmas Day. That is the only time it's allowed. Only time. The only Christmas music that I typically enjoy is the more religious, like, hymns. Like, those are the ones that I like. They're not going to play them on the radio, of course. And I'm certainly not religious, but, like, Silent Night, I think, is very pretty.
It's not bad.
And yeah, like, stuff like that. Like, that's, but I mean, I certainly don't want to listen to it. But
if you were forced to.
I mean, if I'm forced to, I'm going to go search for a zombie to bite me, and then I'm going to tell everyone that I've been bitten so that they shoot me in the face very quickly, and I don't have to listen to Christmas music anymore.
No, that's the zombie virus makes you like Christmas music. You turn into one of those people who's like, I wish it could be Christmas all year round, starts playing it, like, in June. That's what zombie-ness does to you in the darkest timeline.
Yeah. When I used to work, yeah. Oh, yeah, if I ever say that, there's something very wrong with me.
Be like, man, Amanda sure is into the Christmas shoes right now. That's kind of funny, getting axe.
If Amanda's into the Christmas, if it's not cookies, there's no way to finish that sentence and have it be true. Where I used to work, we listened, everyone was allowed to listen to music. This was back before, like, we actually had our Discmen, like, playing. This is, like, kind of right when MP3 players were first starting to come out. But it was always, you can listen to music, but you have to have headphones. The only exception was at Christmas time, people could play Christmas music and have it be playing for everyone to hear.
No, why would you do that?
Because they hate everyone. So in my department, and I was the, like, lowest level of management. I was a group lead, whatever. But basically I was like, I don't care what you do when I'm not here, but as soon as I walk in, if you are playing Christmas music where people can hear it, you're going to shut that shit off. Like, I'm not, like, we're not doing that. Like, you can listen to whatever you want in your headphones. Because there was a woman that worked, like, we overlapped by a few hours, but she had the afternoon shift and I worked nights. And, like, she would have her radio going and, like, she'd see me walk in and just reach up and switch it off. And I'm like, thank you. Because otherwise I will murder everyone. And that'd probably be bad. Because I can't. There are radio stations around here that, like, there are multiple radio stations that compete to be we're your Christmassiest Christmas station. And on November 1st, it's Christmas music. And it's just...
It used to be like they wouldn't start it until Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but they're competing, so they keep getting earlier and earlier. And it's just like, I don't... Like, seriously, 18 hours. That's all you get.
That's not all they get.
That's all they should get.
Yeah. It's...
But also, I just hate Christmas.
It just sucks because there are only so many Christmas songs.
Yeah.
And when people write new ones,
they're terrible.
They don't. Yeah, they're awful, and they don't stick. So it doesn't.
No.
Doesn't even. Yeah, it just. So it's just
That-
the same rotation, the same fucking 10 or 15 songs over and over, with occasionally a new one thrown in here or there. But
They probably suck.
yes.
That John Lennon song is okay. That one.
Which
I'm
one?
okay.
By the Pogues is pretty great.
By the Porks?
What, Rissy?
The Porgs, by the Porgs. The Porgs sing A Christmas Carol from my ass. I open up my ass cheeks and all the Porgs pop out like a flower bouquet, and they all out of my ass.
Seems legit.
I might actually want to see that because that sounds entertaining.
Now, I said by the Pogues, the song Fairy Tale of New York. It is basically one of the most fucking depressing songs ever. It's about the two horrible wrecks of human beings had briefly fallen in love, and now they hate each other, and they're poor in New York, and it's great. It's basically like Christmas is the worst, everything is horrible, is the theme of the song.
There was a joke on Ice Cream Social about making a Christmas album called Dog and Snake Christmas, and it was all like barks and hisses, I think. And the Scoops got so stuck on it that apparently they are actually working on that album.
Of course they are.
So
So great.
I'm excited to someday share that with you guys. Hopefully on Christmas, I will be able to share that with you guys.
You have 18 hours.
That's fine.
18 hours to play that.
I mean, you're going to be here for those 18 hours.
Yes.
So that's fine. Just
we'll make it happen.
that's all you get.
Okay.
I was gonna say I do love Santa Baby, the Eartha Kitt version only, because it's so slutty. She's basically offering Santa perverted sexual acts in exchange for expensive gifts, and just makes no bones about it. It's so great. Like, if you're gonna be crass and materialistic, then just go right for the money shot. Singer of the song. Just Santa baby, just slip your fingers into my bush. I mean tree. I don't do it for free. Santa baby.
Yeah, that's weird. I have a personal vendetta against a specific Christmas song. Although I guess it's not necessarily a Christmas song, but it is played around Christmas just because it's Jesus-y. But it's Mary, Did You Know?
I don't know if I've heard this.
You have. I guarantee you have. Amanda, do you know this one?
I probably do, but
Mary, did you know you're pregnant? God filled you with his funk. Mary, did you know you're pregnant?
You're joking, but
come
it's
out
just,
of you.
That's kind of the idea of it, except just a little bit slower and prettier. But it's like, Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Did you know that your baby boy? It's like, just, it's.
That actually, the way you sing it, I think I have heard that, and I just maybe blocked it out. Blythe, will you sing it?
Very common.
Will you sing it like that one comedian's impression of Jessica Simpson?
That wasn't a comedian, it was my friend.
Please.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Jessica Simpson singing anything else. I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't. I'm not going to.
Aww.
Can you just sing I'm Loving Angels instead, like Jessica Simpson?
Oh my God. No, I haven't done that impression in so long.
No?
I'm loving angels.
Okay, I love this because she asks me to do it, and if I just hold off long enough, she'll do it for me.
I will, but it's not the same.
I know, it's not the same.
Not.
Yours is better. Just Love Angels instead, Blythe. Those are Christmassy.
Okay, no. So let me tell you the story real quick. Because there's a story behind why I hate this song so much. So, back...
I mean, it's terrible, obviously.
Yeah, no, of course it is. But I have a special hatred of this song. Back when I was in middle school, somebody that my grandma knew, she was a voice teacher or something, and she found out that I sang as well. And she put me in touch with one of her students. who was very active in a lot of different things, but one specifically, it was this kids. So weird. They had a show in Branson, Missouri, because of course they did. Because fucking course they did. Yeah, and it was all kids, and it was all like talented kids, and it was all these, you know, children that were like singing and dancing and stars.
Juggling while riding a unicycle like a trained fucking dog.
Yeah, basically. But to find kids for that, they had set up these competitions around kind of the Midwest.
Jesus, so, American Idol for children.
Yeah, kind of. So you would go to these competitions and you would compete, and then the best kids from those competitions would get hired and swept off to Branson fucking Missouri to be in a show.
Oh my.
Yeah, so he was a part of that. And so he was trying to get me involved in it. And for a long time, we were just like talking on the phone, and he was telling me about it, and he'd always tell me what he was doing, and he'd done the show before, whatever. And so we'd be talking, and he'd be like, oh yeah, have you ever heard this song? And I'd be like, no. And he goes, well, here, I'll sing it for you. And then he would sing the entire song. And I was getting on the phone with this dude, and like my only option is to like hang up, and I just have to sit through it. So it was horrifying. And so finally I was like, I know how to fix this. I'll just tell him, regardless of what the song is, I'm just going to tell him I know it. Well, it was Mary, Did You Know? And so he was like, have you heard that song, Mary, Did You Know? And at that time I had not, or like Rissy, I didn't know that I had. But I was like, I got this. He's not going to sing it for me. So I was like, oh, yeah, I totally know that song. And he goes, yeah, it's so great. It goes like this. And then he launched into Mary, Did You Know? And sang me the entire fucking song. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he had like a boombox and hit play to a karaoke track and sang over the top of it.
That's real weird.
I'm pretty sure this was some kind of like escaped animatronic from Branson, like well, not an actual human being.
If you want to know more about this human being, if you know my how I became disillusioned with Christianity story,
yes,
I joined a Christian quartet. Guess who started that Christian quartet?
Oh,
it was that same guy, like. I mean, we were like 13 when we were introduced, and then I was like 18. So it was like 5 years later that I joined this Christian quartet. He like moved to Nashville, and he's still trying to make it. I will send you guys some videos. It's
yes, please.
It's pretty delightful. So he sends me a friend request on Facebook every once in a while, and I laugh and I delete it.
Oh man. Well, okay, so clearly if you saw him age, then he's probably not a robot, but he could be the product of some kind of Branson-based genetic engineering program, like a breeding program.
It's very good. Like when I send you a video of this guy, you'll be like, oh yeah, he belongs in Branson.
Yeah, he's gonna look the part. I think that there's like some kind of Branson-based Jesus Bene Gesserit that are like, they're trying to produce the Jeebusy equivalent of the Kwisatz Haderach.
Oh man, and, it's him all over.
Who can sing and dance and has that like, I have a big smile, and like sort of like Donny Osmond, but more evil.
And
not Mormon.
Just a quick postscript on this story. I did go compete in one of those competitions, only one of them, and then I was like, bye, because I sang a couple of songs, and the comments that they had for me were not on my singing, they were on my appearance.
Jesus.
They were like, you need to do your hair, you need to learn how to do your hair better, because I didn't have, like, I wasn't one of those.
You didn't have a pageant mom to...
Yes, yeah. That's so exactly it.
They wanted you to look like Joan Benet Ramsey, is what you're saying.
Exactly. They wanted you to be like ready to go to Branson tomorrow. But I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandma took me to all the musical auditions and dance classes and everything. But she wasn't in tune with all that bullshit. Well,
right, because for normal auditions, you don't have to show up with.
Because they'll do that for you if you get in the show.
Right.
Right. And it's more important to
Especially if
be
you're talented.
able to sing
Yeah.
and dance and act and whatnot. Not, oh, well, at least you look real pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I scored poorly, and like I did not do well, and the primary comments were on my outfit and my hair.
I bet. Oh man, it's too bad you can't go back in time, because what you should do is wear rags and like cover yourself in filth and show up and sing "Dear Mr. Jesus." Blythe, you're going to Branson.
We're going to Branson.
Can you do like a one single tear cry? Like, can you milk just the one
while I'm singing? It might be tough.
Yeah.
I am no Ben Platt. It's anyway, so that's why I hate Mary Did You Know? Oh, and my family, of course, knows all this story because, you know, they got me to those competitions and everything, and they know that whole thing. So when it starts to be Christmas time,
I will just play that song over and over again.
They'll fucking send me text messages with the lyrics. The other day, my sisters were in the car and it was playing on the radio, so they took a picture because the radio shows what's playing. Right. So they took a picture of that and texted it to me, and I flat out was like, "I love you, but you're assholes."
That's amazing. I love your family.
They're pretty great.
Let's see what we got going on in the chat about you guys' most hated things.
Marion says that his favorite Christmas song is also my favorite Christmas song, and it's Tim Minchin's White Wine in the Sun.
Oh, I was actually I was going to mention that earlier because that is...
It's pretty good.
Yeah. That's a good one. Although
the Key and Peele spoof of Baby It's Cold Outside. Yeah, that one's pretty great.
Oh, yeah. When they're just all out rapey with it.
Yes. Oh, Leaf says if Christmas would stop invading Thanksgiving, there wouldn't need to be a war on Christmas. And I agreed. Josh says people who start their adverts for Christmas towards the end of October deserve to be curb stomped. Agreed. American History X style.
There's a special place in hell for those people.
Yes.
Yeah, militant Merry Christmas assholes. When you're like, Happy Holidays, they're like, Merry Christmas! Jesus gun! Kablam!
I just want to point out that our friend Amanda, who owns Geek Details, a very nerdy merchandise site, has released a t-shirt today that says, All Holidays Matter.
Actually, John Latch brings that up. He enjoys saying all holidays matter to militant Merry Christmas types.
Yes. It's pretty great.
Jason says, I hate Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Agreed.
Oh, God.
That's very Branson thing. People putting up their decorations early, but actually taking them down before the 12th night. Yeah, this is good shit in here. I'm glad you guys hate all this. Let the hate flow through you. I'm trying to remember, like, when I was a kid, did I actually enjoy any of this? Like, I liked getting presents, and I liked Carol of the Bells.
I liked Christmas music, and I liked, like, we'd sing them in choir, and I would get into it, and...
I was gonna say, I like the traditional ones, like,
yeah.
I like those weird-ass claymation movies.
I remember specifically, like, one of the first songs that I performed when I was, like, for a large group of people is when I was in elementary school, and it's called Marshmallow World. It's like, it's a marshmallow world in the winter when the snow comes a-tumbling down. It's very, like, adorable and cute, and I loved singing that. So I remember that's one of my, like, first, like, performance singing memories. I like that song.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's some decent ones in there, but I never remember going, like, fucking ape shit for Christmas the way some people do. I don't know.
I mean, listen, whatever makes people happy. You know.
I guess, but if what makes them happy is playing Christmas music in October, then they need to die.
Okay. That seems a bit extreme.
Nope, they belong with Dan Brown, being skinned alive and shot into the sun.
It does seem extreme, but I don't know that I disagree with her.
Oh.
Because, yeah.
So thank you guys for hating with us, and if you get the chance to listen to Dear Mr. Jesus,
I think we're gonna have a group listen as soon as we stop this this stream.
And actually, so one of the great things is the little girl who sang it. I bet she has some serious issues now, because her parents basically took her on this big like church tour publicity campaign thing, and she was on like talk shows and shit in the late 80s. And then the thing is, though, is that they basically were pushing her to assert what a good little Christian girl she was, which means disavowing any pride. She was like, I'm gonna be so humble. I'm not. They're like, are you gonna let success go to your head? And she's like, no, I won't show any pride because that's a sin. And then her parents are like, yay! And I'm like, so basically, she is.
I think they understand how things work.
They're right. They're basically telegraphing with their bodies that they are proud of her, but they're pretty much making her say she's never going to be proud of her success. Cognitive dissonance, it's gonna give you issues later in life. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she went like full Menendez brothers on her parents eventually. But
somebody look that up and let Rissy know how she ended up.
Right. Did the Dear Mr. Jesus girl murder her parents?
Tweeted us with the hashtag Dork Pride chat and tell us what happened to that little girl. Tell us how she dismembered her parents' dead bodies.
Because, I mean, I assume it was the parents that wrote it. Because if their daughter did,
then a level of fucked up in and of itself.
Yeah.
Have your kid sing
a song about being abused. I think what actually happens in the song is she reads a story or hears a story on the news that about a little boy who had been beaten black and blue, and then she takes the opportunity to reflect upon her own abuse. So it's not just one kid being abused in this story. It's about who wants child abuse for Christmas. Yeah, it's so incredibly fucked up.
That is weird.
Yeah. That's one of those, like, if somebody were to tell me, you know what I love is Dear Mr. Jesus, I would be like, like, that's one of those, like, you expect to see the black oil shit start, like, creeping over somebody's eyes. Like, you're like, go run! Or, like, demonic hands come out of their mouth and rip their carcass apart. Something something like that. That's just, I've never met anyone who professes to love Dear Mr. Jesus, so part of me wonders if it's not various DJs, trolling their audiences by calling in and pretending to be hicks who love Dear Mr. Jesus.
Like working meows into what you say.
Yeah, exactly.
They're competing with other DJs to see how many times they can get away with playing that song on their shift.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think on that note.
Child abuse.
That is going to do it for this episode of the Dork Pridecast. As always, we want to give a big thank you to the people that wrote Dear Mr. Jesus. For allowing us
to can we play this at the end of the broadcast?
At the end of this, no, we play good music at the end of our podcast. We don't play shit.
Mr. Jesus.
That's why we play Sarah Donner's music, because it is good, unlike
Sarah Donner's cover
most of the music that we've been talking about today, which is not good.
Speaking of Sarah Donner,
yes.
I did want to say that she is launching her 24-hour cat cam on Friday, December 1st at noon. I assume that's her time, and she's Pacific. So definitely look her up, because I'm so excited to have kittens on my work computer all day, every day.
Yes.
So thank you to her. And also, I lost my show notes. You can find us on the internet. We're on all kinds of places, such as the Iraq and the Iran, which don't have maps. But you can find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and obviously YouTube, and just find us and follow us and talk to us and love us. We need your approval.
Moving on, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington, where besides becoming one of our favorite people, you can also get access to rewards that are only available there, such as being on the list of super awesome patrons that we thank at the end of this podcast, like these people. How are we going to do this shit, you guys? I mean, there's one obvious choice that's screaming out,
but
that is to sing Dear Mr. Jesus about how all of our patrons have abused us as children.
I mean, if you want to do that, I'm sure Amanda and I can find something slightly different for ours.
Since I don't know that song, I can't sing it.
Names as like part of Christmas carols.
Right.
Go for it.
You start with Dear Mr. Jesus.
Dear Mr. John Haight, I was reading in the paper about a little girl named Mary Henderson. She lived under a bridge with a friendly hobo named Joshua Griffiths, but her dad beat her, and his name was Richard Hirsch. Thankfully, Josh and Jessica Rowell birthed Jesus, because they're actually Mary and Joseph, and that's you and your faithful 3 wise men, one of whom was Sean Palmer, made Christmas for me. Also, I was abused. Don't tell Dad. Ta-da!
Oh, I'm sorry to anyone we offended. Please don't stop being a patron. We promise we love you. Amanda?
Yeah.
Would you like to start?
No. Nope.
Would you like me to start?
Yep.
All right. So you can just pick any Christmas song that you would like. And I'm just going to fire off a couple different ones here. Rocking around the Christmas tree with Travis and Wendy Mays today. Aaron Felson's there too, because they all live together in the good old-fashioned way.
What does that mean?
They're a family?
Oh.
They literally, it's true. All right, that was my first 2. Now it's your turn.
John Kozlowski, Marion Polican, Greg Milliken, John Latt, Justin Mansfield, Gordon Nelson, Carlos Mistera, Jason Sanchez. Okay, that's what it means. Do you like my
beautiful?
Dance?
I do.
Yeah.
I love your dance.
Okay.
Here we go. William Priest, Adam Rowe, Carl Murray, Joseph Harris. They all support us on Patreon. You can also support us on Patreon. Give us your money, please. Give us your money, please.
That was beautiful.
That was so lovely. Thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been your special holiday edition. Nope, it's just a regular episode. Yep. This has actually been episode 68, and that means we didn't mention when next week is going to be.
Nice.
Episode 69. What? Okay.
But until then, deuces.
Jetpack.